Today's the big day, Tiger fans. Huge game against the Bombers tonight at the MCG. The rematch of the dream time where we obviously went down. We didn't have a full side out there, and we're not going to again tonight. But I still give us a good chance of winning, or at least playing really well and being competitive. Like we've said all during the week, this really does feel like a game that we, at a minimum, need to be right in the mix up until the very end, essentially. If we happen to lose this by similar margins to what we've done the previous few weeks, I'll be absolutely as flat as a tack. And I mean, it's just not an option, is it? Both teams not in great form. They've lost their last 5. Their last win was against us. We've obviously lost our last however many as well. And both teams go into this game full of belief that they can get the job done. And as cliche as it sounds, we need to be treating it like a grand final. I know there's some school of thought out there. We want good draft picks to keep rebuilding. And I don't necessarily disagree with that, but I also think that winning is a good thing to do as well. It's good to create good habits. It's good to reward those who have been busting their ass for week after week after week. If there's a chance to win a game, you've got to take it. But it's not going to be easy. Our forward line in particular is a little bit all over the shop, but it's kind of matched by an Essendon backline that's equally as all over the shop. So it's actually going to be quite fascinating to see how that plays out. The two backlines that have really got no cohesion, no mainstay players of experience note, and maybe except for Ridley, he might be the only one who's got experience down there. So we could be a genuine chance to break even on that front. And if we're smart enough with our ball movement, if we can hit leading players, but even, it's funny, but the more I think about it, I know we've got a bit of an issue with dropping the ball long into our forwards on top of their heads. If there was ever actually a game where it might work, it could be this game. So the Bombers defenders, I feel, might be a bit more undersized compared to our guys. And potentially it could work. I would still rather see us hit leading forwards, if I'm being honest. That is a better method forward, and it just gives you more avenues to goal, hit up your leading targets, take some marks inside 50, and hopefully the biggest thing of all is the conversion in front of goal. We've all spoken about it. I've read all of your comments and views on the different platforms. It's a huge, huge issue for us at the moment. And Uze's mentioned it in his presses a few times that, we'll go into these first quarters really upbeat and up and about. We'll miss 3 or 4 shots at goal that were probably gettable. The opposition will go down and kick 2 or 3 quick ones. And then we kind of drop our bundle a bit. We can't afford to do that this week against the Bombers. If we do happen to miss some early ones and they do get some early goals themselves, we've got to stay in the hunt because it's a game that you can peg back and you can get yourself back into it. It's not like you're playing an Essendon or a Bulldogs or an Adelaide where their momentum run could result in 8, 10, 12 goals and the game's gone. So we've really got to keep our heads, keep positive, keep the energy up. But the great hope, honestly, how nice would it be on the MCG, 75, 80,000 people, and someone like Jonty Fall or Taj Houghton kicks the first goal of the game. Can you imagine the noise of the place and the confidence that will bring to the playing group while being out there? That, we talk about having like an igniter. That's the type of thing you want to happen. You want to have someone ignite the passion and just get that big wave of momentum going, and hopefully we can capitalize. But yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how it plays out. The changes, they're all locked in. Jacob Blight's probably the one that causes a little bit of conversation with him being out and the timing of it. There's definitely a school of thought that some people don't think he was in that good of a form despite his stats. Other people thought it was mad to drop him. But either way, we get a look at Tyler Young now, which is very exciting for him on the back of his ACL recovery. We get Jaden Short back, who will add some much needed experience and hopefully some good ball use from the back half. Who else do we get back? We've got obviously Taj Houghton on his debut, which is bloody exciting, and James Trezise, where he's had a really, really good month of football in the VFL. So his recall is very much deserved, and I'm super pumped for him. And look, I don't know who's going to be sub. I don't know how it's going to fall. It feels like it's going to be out of Sonzi and Trezise. Maybe they'll roll with Camden McIntosh. Just don't roll with Taj Houghton. I know we've said it before. They cannot do it. And based on the club's video today about Houghton, it doesn't seem like he will. I mean, Uze's talking about where he's playing and how he's going to be, like how Houghton says he's going to be gassed in the first quarter and whatever, having a bit of a laugh. So I assume they've already had the conversation that he's going to be on the ground. That's my hope anyway. But yeah, it's going to be a fascinating game, and I'm looking forward to getting along to this one. So if you see us out and about, make sure you come and say hi. But I did put it out there as well during today to make sure you get your voicemails in for the final word. We did have a couple come through, so we'll play them now. The first one is from Jeffrey.
This is a winnable game, guys. Go ahead, fight hard. We've got to get back from the Dreamtime game. Best of luck. Go Tigers.
That's a good call, Jeffrey. It's all about screwing the ledger, isn't it? We lost that Dreamtime game, as you mentioned, and I guess for a little while after that game, it felt like that was one that maybe got away from us, because it was kind of bunched in a group of games that we should have probably won, along with the Kangaroos and the Giants game. So now we get a chance to right that wrong. We've got Nankervis in the ruck this time against Goldstein. We had Samson Ryan previously, missing Tom Lynch, missing Bolter. I think we've got about 8, it might even be 10 plus different players from last time. And I feel like some of them are upgrades, some of them are maybe sideways steps. But either way, it's a new looking Richmond taking on a Bomber outfit that has got a few changes themselves due to some injuries they've had too. No Zach Reed and no Mackay down back is a huge help for us in particular in this type of game. Jai Caldwell is a big out for them as well in the middle. But they've still got class players like Zach Merritt, Nick Martin. I mean, what did he get? Like 40-odd disposals last time. It's going to be interesting to see how we handle those two. Definitely don't want them running around doing their own thing unopposed, but we probably don't tend to tag now anymore, so we'll have to see what happens there. There was one other voicemail message that come through, and I'm laughing because it looks like it might be from someone in my household.
Hi, Dad. I hope the Tigers win, even though I tipped Essendon. Please, I love you. Everyone, please like and subscribe.
I love you too, buddy. I share your pain. I didn't necessarily tip the Tigers, I don't think. He has a very unique habit of loves Richmond and wants them to win, but if we're losing, he's like, "Oh, Dad, Richmond's getting pumped," and he'll rub it in. I'm like, "Mate, what are you doing? You're a Richmond supporter too. Like, what's going on?" "Oh yeah, but I tipped the other team." I'm like, "Yeah, doesn't mean we don't want them to win though." I get competitive when it comes to footy tipping because it's worth money, the competition we're in. So, and I figure I'll get more right than wrong if I tip against us this year in particular. I was very close to tipping us this week, and I won't be surprised if we win. But I'm kind of at the top of the ladder thereabouts. I'm just trying to play percentages. But anyway, thank you very much for that voicemail, mate. I love you too, and I'm looking forward to hopefully a nice surprise for you tomorrow while at the football. And you may not see this before we even get there. I won't reveal to everyone what the surprise is just yet because whilst I think it's going to play out how I have been told it's going to play out, I don't want to go the early crow in case it doesn't. But if it goes ahead, it's going to be an unbelievable experience for the two of us. And I'm hoping I'll be able to get some type of content to be able to share what that looks like. I don't know whether I'll be able to. I've got the gear ready to go, though, just in case. But yeah, very much looking forward to seeing the reaction on his face if what is meant to be happening eventuates, which would be very, very cool. And I'll talk more about that if and when it does happen. So that's it, though, for the final thoughts. Let us know what you think in the comments below. Who's going to win? By how much? How's Taj going to go on debut? How's Kazitsky going to go at 4? Oh, he's in. I don't think I mentioned him. He's in as well, obviously. Big Kazitsky. Keen to hear all of your thoughts, and make sure we get out there for Nick Vlastuin's 250th game. Huge celebration. What an iconic Richmond player. Severely underrated outside of our four walls. A complete Richmond man through and through. And, you know, if it wasn't for him being out there for a lot of the games this year, last year, the year before, and then even pre-2017, we would have lost so many more games by such bigger margins. He is so reliable. It's actually ridiculous how consistent he is. So big shout out to Nick Vlastuin. Well done. We love you. We appreciate you. The Tiger Army will be right behind you, and hopefully we can get this done for you on tonight. And yeah, that will be roaring loudly. And until the next one, go Tigers.